Hi, and welcome to Rubles Rambles here at the Maycomber Center. So, in astronomy, when we say deep sky, usually that means anything outside of the solar system, and it typically isn't referring to just single stars. So, deep sky objects include galaxies, giant clusters of stars and gas and dust, nebulae, which are big collections of gas that sometimes can be used to form new stars, open clusters, which are clusters of a few hundred to a few thousand stars, and globular clusters, which are giant clusters of a few 100,000 stars. So, one particular open cluster, the Pleiades, is really cool for a few reasons. One of them is that you can see it with just your naked eye, because it's the third closest open cluster to us. It still is 400 light years away, which is pretty far, farther than most of the stars you can see. But these stars are very young and very hot, so they emit a lot of light, so you can see them from that far. So, if you look south around 8 o'clock, you'll see something like this. And I encourage you, if you want to go out and try to see this, to pause the video around now and use this as a map to look at the sky. So circled with the label are the Pleiades, which is the open cluster that I'm talking about. You may also recognize the big circle or hexagon of bright stars as the winter hexagon, which I rambled about last week. But so the Pleiades may be pretty easy to see or fairly difficult depending on how good your eyesight is, but you should be able to pick out at least a few of them. If you have fairly good eyesight, then you can see that they kind of form a shape kind of like the Big Dipper-ish, with one star and then a square-ish shape of 4 stars. That's kind of like a dipper. Their Japanese name is Subaru, and on the logo of the Subaru car brand, you can see on the right, you can see the 5 stars of the Pleiades, and then there's also one bright star that's not actually in the sky. But so, yeah, the Pleiades also have some remnants of their home nebula, which formed all of them. It was just a giant cluster of gas, and then individual high-density areas collapsed into stars. You can't see the nebula unless you take really long exposure photographs of it, like this one. Okay, thanks so much for watching. I really encourage you to go see the Pleiades. They're one of my favorite things that you can see with the naked eye. If you have any questions, ask me them in the comments, and clear skies.